Today we're diving into something unexpected: silence. It's not just the absence of noise, it's a powerful tool that has shaped history and transformed lives. Think about it, some of your most defining moments weren't loud, they were quiet. A realization, a decision, a resolve. In a noisy world, silence is rebellion, a secret edge for ambitious minds like yours. Let me share a quick story. A few years ago, I was in a high-stakes meeting pitching an idea that could make or break my career. The room was tense, voices overlapping, and I could feel the pressure mounting. But instead of filling the silence with nervous chatter, I paused. I took a deep breath and let the silence speak for me. In that moment, I realized its power. It commanded attention, it conveyed confidence, and it ultimately won me the deal. That pause wasn't weakness, it was strength, a deliberate choice that turned the tide. Picture this, you're stuck in traffic, horns blaring, radio buzzing, then everything stops. That sudden quiet. It's jarring, right? But it's also a reset, a chance to think. That's what silence offers every day, a break from the chaos to reclaim your focus. You might be thinking, how can silence help me achieve anything? Fair question. Over the next insert runtime, we'll explore how silence amplifies communication, fuels personal growth, and arms you against challenges. We'll look at icons who wielded silence like a weapon, share practical tips, and reveal its hidden pitfalls. By the end, you'll see silence not as empty space, but as a force to shape your destiny. Wait, when was the last time you chose silence? Not just stumbled into it, but chose it? If you can't recall, that's why you need this. Grab a notebook, silence your notifications, and let's begin. Ever notice how a pause can shift everything? In a heated debate, a sudden silence makes the stakes feel higher. That's the power of silence in communication. It's not what you say, it's what you don't say that flips the script. In negotiations, silence unsettles opponents, prompting them to reveal more. It's a tactic savvy leaders use. Imagine pitching an idea you present, then pause. That silence spotlights your confidence, forcing others to lean in. I once watched a colleague use this in a salary negotiation. She stated her worth, then stopped. The manager fidgeted, then offered 20% more than her ask. Silence won. But it's not just for business. In relationships, silence can be a bridge to understanding. When a friend is upset, instead of jumping in with advice, try listening in silence. It shows you care and it gives them space to process. My sister once vented about a breakup for 15 minutes straight. I didn't say a word. Afterwards, she hugged me and said, "Thanks for just being there." Silence spoke louder than advice. Public speaking is another arena where silence shines. A well-timed pause can emphasize a point, build suspense, or give the audience time to absorb your message. As the great orator Winston Churchill once said, "If you have an important point to make, don't try to be subtle or clever. Use a pile driver, hit the point once, then come back and hit it again, then hit it a third time. A tremendous whack. And sometimes that whack is a moment of silence." Watch any stand-up comedian. Those pauses before the punchline, they're gold. History proves it. Martin Luther King Jr.'s pauses let his message sink into souls. Steve Jobs unveiled the iPhone with minimal words, letting silence amplify the moment. Even in everyday life, silence works. You can use this too. In a tough conversation, like confronting a co-worker about a missed deadline, instead of reacting, wait. Silence builds trust without words. How many opportunities have you lost by speaking too soon? Silence isn't passive, it's control. Take Alex, a 23-year-old entrepreneur. Mid-pitch to investors, he saw disinterest. He paused. 5 long seconds. The room leaned in, curiosity peaked. That silence reset the dynamic and he secured funding. Or think of Priya, a teacher calming a rowdy class. She didn't yell. She stood still, silent. Within moments, every eye was on her. Try it. Pause 3 seconds before replying in your next conversation. Watch how it shifts the energy, or in your next meeting, hold silence after a big point. See how it lands. In a world of constant noise, pings, calls, endless scrolling, when do you hear yourself? Personal growth demands reflection, and silence is your reset button. It quiets the chaos, letting your dreams, fears, and truths surface. Meditation, just 5 minutes of focus, slashes stress and boosts resilience. Studies show it lowers cortisol levels, that stress hormone eating at your peace. But you don't need a yoga mat or incense. A quiet walk, a moment, staring out a window, even sitting in your car without the radio, it all counts. Silence also fuels creativity. When you're not bombarded with external stimuli, your mind wanders, making connections, sparking ideas. Pixar animators often take silent retreats to brainstorm. Toy Story's best scenes came from quiet. And decision-making? Silence clears the fog. Step back from the noise and your intuition sharpens. I once faced a career fork, 2 job offers, both tempting. A silent weekend in the woods, no phone, no advice, just me and my thoughts, showed me the path I truly wanted. Sarah, a stressed college student, tried 30 minutes of daily silence. At first, it was torture, her mind raced. By week 3, she ditched perfectionism, started a passion project, and felt lighter. Silence didn't just calm her, it changed her trajectory. Want that clarity? Here's a simple guide to start. First, find a quiet spot. No kids, no pets, no buzzing fridge if you can help it. Second, set a timer for 5 minutes. Short enough to stick with, long enough to feel it. Next, sit comfortably, close your eyes. Don't worry about a perfect posture. Then, focus on your breath. Inhale deeply through your nose, exhale slowly through your mouth. When your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring it back to your breath. No judgment. Finally, gradually increase the time, 10 minutes, then 20 as you get comfortable. Don't aim to empty your mind, that's a myth. It's about being present. Try this twist. Focus on a question like, what's my next step? Silence becomes a lens. It's not peace, it's power to focus, decide and grow. Big goals feel like they need noise, hustle, hype, chatter. But silence can be your secret weapon. It's not about shouting your plans, it's about protecting them, refining them in quiet. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter in silence, scribbling in cafes but sharing little until it was ready. Apple builds hype with months of hush before launches. Think of those cryptic teasers. That's calculated silence. Thomas Edison took it further. He worked tirelessly on the light bulb, facing hundreds of failures. He didn't broadcast every flop. He toiled in relative silence, iterating until he lit the world. His silence was self-discipline, a shield against distraction and doubt. Jake, 25, wanted to launch a fitness app. Friends urged him to post updates, build buzz. Instead, he worked quietly for 6 months, coding, testing, perfecting. When he unveiled it, polished and ready, downloads soared past his loud-talking peers. Or take Elena, a marathon runner. She didn't brag about her training, she logged miles in silence. Race day, she crushed it. Her quiet focus beat the noise of show-offs. How many goals have you shared too soon and watched fizzle? Silence keeps your energy focused, your vision clear. Stop oversharing. Work quietly, time your moves, trust the process. Silence isn't hiding, it's strategy. Next time you set a goal, tell one trusted ally, then zip it. Let results speak. Life's tough. Criticism stings, conflicts flare, fear grips. Your instinct, react fast, fight back, but silence can be your knockout punch. When criticized, pause. It disarms the critic and buys you time to respond wisely. My boss once tore into a report I'd slaved over. I wanted to snap back. Instead, I nodded, stayed silent. 5 seconds later, he softened, suggesting fixes instead of firing me. In conflict, silence de-escalates. A friend once yelled at me over a misunderstanding. I didn't shout back. My quiet forced him to rethink, and he apologized. With fear, silence turns panic into power. Before a big speech, my heart raced. A minute alone, breathing steadied me. Silence tackles anxiety too. Overwhelmed? A 5-minute break, no phone, no noise, grounds you. Tough decisions, silence helps. When I debated moving cities, a silent evening on my balcony sorted my priorities. As Carl Jung said, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. Mia, 21, an aspiring Olympian, faced a career-ending injury. Doctors said she'd never compete again. In silence she grieved, then pivoted to coaching, lifting others to success she couldn't chase. Want that strength? Next time life hits, say a rejection letter lands, don't react. Sit with it, silent, for 10 minutes. Watch clarity emerge. Silence can backfire. Too much isolates you, cutting off mentors, collaborators, friends. It can signal apathy or block feedback that sharpens you. In meetings, constant silence might tag you as disengaged. I once stayed quiet too long on a team project. My boss assumed I didn't care, overlooking me for a promotion. In relationships, not speaking up breeds resentment. A friend stopped inviting me out, thinking I was aloof. I'd just been practicing silence. Missed opportunities pile up too. Don't pitch your idea, someone else will. Use silence to listen, but share your truth. Stay quiet in strategy, speak in teamwork. Intentionality is key. Silence when it serves, sound when it saves. Here's how to balance it. Set boundaries. Decide when silence helps, like during planning, and when it hurts, like in brainstorming sessions. Practice active listening. Nod, smile, show that you're engaged, even if you're quiet. Know when to speak. If it's critical, like your needs or your vision, make sure to voice it. Reflect regularly. Every week ask yourself, am I being too silent? And adjust accordingly. Test this. In your next group chat, observe silently for 5 minutes, then contribute one sharp idea. Remember, balance is power. Silence is action. Gandhi's silent resistance toppled an empire. His fasts spoke louder than speeches. Mandela's 27 years of prison silence forged a leader who united a nation. Emily, a burnt-out student, used silent Sundays, no tech, no talk, to spark a side gig that paid her tuition. In ancient Japan, samurais practiced zazen, silent meditation, to hone focus before battle. It wasn't retreat. It was preparation, sharpening their minds like blades. Rosa Parks, 1955, her silent refusal to move on that Montgomery bus ignited civil rights. No words, just resolve. Or meet Jamal, a single dad I know. Overwhelmed by work and kids, he started silent mornings. 30 minutes before dawn, just coffee and quiet. He says it's where he finds patience, plans his wins. These aren't flukes, they're proof. Silence bends history, lifts the ordinary. It's yours to claim. Pick one story, Gandhi's fast, Jamal's mornings, and ask, how can I use that? Here's how to wield silence daily. Daily silence. Ritual. 5 minutes quiet spot, breathe, no excuses. Silent observation. At a party, watch for 10 minutes, what do you notice? Pause before reply. Wait 3 seconds in conversations. Feel the shift. Digital detox. One screen-free day weekly, your brain will thank you. Silent journaling, 15 minutes pen on paper, no editing. Level up with these nature walk. An hour in the woods, no phone, no tunes, just you and the trees, mindful eating. One meal, silent, savoring every bite, taste explodes. Silent challenge. 24 hours, no talking unless essential, Try one now. Pause this. Write for 2 minutes. What's on your mind? Feel that shift. Start small, scale up. It's your weapon. Sharpen it. Here's a challenge. Pick one practice. Say the 3-second pause. Do it for a week. Share your story in the comments. Let's build a silence warrior tribe. Silence isn't nothing, it's everything. It amplifies your voice, mirrors your mind, guards your goals. From Gandhi's fasts to Emily's Sundays, it's built legends. Now it's your turn. Pick one tip. 5 minutes of breathing, a pause in your next fight. Try it this week. And don't miss our next video. Don't watch if you want to stay coward forever. Like this? Thumbs up, share, subscribe. Spread the quiet revolution. Sometimes the loudest move is staying silent. Lao Tzu said, "Silence is a source of great strength." So here's your question. What will you do with your silence? Not tomorrow, right